Software runs the modern world, and software engineers are in high demand because they are needed to develop, deploy, update, and debug this software. This also means software engineers get paid well. The average pay for a full-stack developer is over $110,000 per year in the U.S. and is in the top 100 highest-paying jobs, according to Indeed. Of course, that's just the average for one software engineering job description, and pay can vary widely depending on your title and location, but it is relatively high compared to many other careers. What determines your pay as a software engineer? Education. Education is a factor that determines a software engineer's salary and one of the factors the engineer can control. While a college degree, especially a computer science degree, may help you get a higher salary when you're just starting out, it's not a requirement for many software engineering jobs. You can always get more education to build more skills by taking courses on new technology. Experience. Having the right experience will also get a software engineer higher salary. Senior software engineers who have more than 6 years of experience have worked with multiple software stacks, know the upsides and downsides of each, and make quick, accurate decisions that would take a junior engineer a lot more time and research. Industry. The pay a software engineer receives also depends on their industry. This changes over time, depending on how the business landscape shifts and where software engineers are in short supply. Currently, transportation, education, communication, retail, entertainment, and healthcare pay the most for software engineers. Technology. A software engineer's salary also depends on the technology they know and will be using on the job. For example, an engineer who knows how to build a website with WordPress will most likely get paid less than an engineer who creates machine learning models because many developers know how to build WordPress sites. Other technologies that pay high salaries are augmented reality, virtual reality, video game development, mobile application development, and embedded development. Let's look at front-end, back-end, and full-stack software engineer careers and how their salaries can vary with experience. Front-end software engineer salaries. Front-end software engineers build the code that users see in their web browsers. This includes HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. They usually know one or more JavaScript front-end frameworks like React, Angular, JS, or Vue. JS to make themselves more marketable. The average pay for a junior front-end engineer is $64,000 a year, but depending on other factors, it can range from $38,000 to $108,000. The pay for a mid-level front-end engineer increases dramatically to an average of $76,000, with a range from $46,000 to $125,000. The average salary for senior front-end engineers increases to $132,000 but can range from $63,000 to $169,000. Back-end software engineer salaries. Back-end software engineers write the code that runs on a web server. They build the APIs and services from which front-end applications get their data. They also must interact with databases and know how to write database queries with SQL. The average pay for a junior back-end engineer is $78,000 a year, but depending on other factors, it can range from $45,000 to $135,000. A back-end engineer with 4 to 6 years of experience can expect an average salary of around $77,000, with a low of $47,000 and a high of $127,000. The average pay for a back-end software engineer with 6 or more years of experience is $120,000 and can range from $61,000 to $165,000. Full-stack software engineer salaries. Full-stack software engineers do the work of both front-end and back-end software engineers. This means they must have a working knowledge of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, one or more front-end frameworks, one or more back-end development languages, and how to write SQL to query databases. The average pay for a junior full-stack engineer is $79,000 a year, but depending on other factors, it can range from $51,000 to $123,000. A full-stack engineer with 4 to 6 years of experience will find the average salary to be around $98,000, with a low of $62,000 and a high of $156,000. The average pay for a full-stack engineer with 6 or more years of experience is $130,000 and can range from $78,000 to $172,000.